This is Brakar by Silva here, and today we're going to be talking about custom pieces. Tons of people are always hitting me up asking me about how much is this piece, how much is that piece. I want to get this emblem done, I want to get this logo done, and really everything starts with knowing what your budget is. Once I know your budget, I'm able to tell you what we can accomplish within your budget. Or maybe you don't have a budget and you're just trying to go viral. At that point, then it's just a matter of exactly what you're looking to get. We're looking to work with your budget. We want to make it work for you at the best possible price to make it the most high quality piece so that people are over there looking at you like, damn, where did you get that piece? That piece looks crazy fire. Once we know your budget, we're able to then figure out what your design is. I'm able to tell you, we're able to make a piece, this big, maybe bigger, this wide, and we'll start talking about some ideas on what you're trying to get done. This is where we start the design process of your piece. I like to have discussions with customers and clients talking about exactly what you're trying to get done. You'd be surprised on how much back and forth talking, a quick 10-20 minute conversation can really solidify the type of piece that you're trying to get. Because at first you might just be trying to get a simple nameplate. Give you an example. This client right here, he originally just wanted to get a VVO piece, and it evolved into him wanting to get the V-Long font on the VVO, him wanting to add some doves in the middle. This is something he wasn't even expecting to have. And he wanted to just get a generic VVO piece with a dash in it. I'm like, that is mad generic. We could come up with something better than that. So that being said, the discussion can really change how your piece is gonna look, because at the end of the day, I want your piece to look as best as it possibly can, looking the most crazy and most unique that it can, because your piece is like a reflection of me. I'm just a proud father. And that being said, once we got the design solidified and we have it written up, because what we do is we sketch our designs. Unlike a lot of people, we're over here hand sketching the design to fit exactly what you want. Once we have an approval, we did all the back and forth. You said, I like this, I want to change this, I want to add this, and we have a finalization. Now it's time for us to figure out the CAD. So because over here we make everything in-house, from setting to CAD work to making it into gold to finishing the piece, everything is done in-house. We have a lot of quality control done over here in New York City. Because we have all our quality control, once we have the design done, it's time for us to get the CAD. Our CAD specialist already knows how to manage the pieces, and with that, we're able to then figure out how much grams your piece is gonna come out to, how many carats it's gonna come out to, and this is the final stage where you're able to figure out, all right, cool, I wanna either upgrade something, or I'm cool with how we discussed it's gonna be with the gold, 10, 14, 18 karat gold. Is it gonna be SI, VS, or VVS stones? This is where we're able to really nitpick and say, you know what, it's only gonna be an extra $2,000, $3,000 to jump up to the next quality of stones, or to go from 10K to 14K, or whatever the case is. This is the final step in the CAD process for us to get that together. Once you finalize the CAD, everything's said and done, we then 3D print it overnight, because we have a 3D printing machine. So we 3D print it, cast it, add it on the tree, all that good stuff. Once we have it in gold, we then sort through all the diamonds, hand sorted by me and one of our other specialists, to make sure that the diamonds look exactly the exact thing that you're paying for, because a lot of these other jewelers are out here doing too much fugazi stuff, and I don't even know, it's just bad business. But this is where we sort the stones, set the piece, polish it, make the piece look as perfect as it needs to be, because one thing about us is that we're not here to give you no cheap piece. I'd rather go back and forth with you about not making the piece look too thin, because that's a common thing I see, is that a jeweler will just agree with you on a size, and then the piece looks super thin, baby thin. But all our pieces here have thickness to it, because at the end of the day, the piece overall needs to look fire. If the piece is not looking fire, then what was the point? You spent all that money for it to just be okay, for you not to be satisfied? It just doesn't make no sense to me. So once we have the piece finished, ready to go, we take a picture, send you the appraisal, do all this stuff, and you're gonna come here and get crowned with your trophy piece, your custom piece. And I would say when we're doing our custom job, it all depends on how big you're trying to go. Some pieces could be done within, I'd say, about 4 weeks. It can be upwards of 3 months, depending on how crazy the piece is. We've had some pieces that are just crazy big, a lot of detail, a lot of moving parts, and it takes time. But beforehand, you would already know what that time frame is. Now, once the piece is finished and you've already took it out into the real world, showed it off, did all the things, one thing that you can rely on with us is that we offer a general kind of warranty where you can come back here with confidence and know that we can get the stuff done and get your piece of jewelry serviced as time progresses. Because I look at this custom jewelry is almost like having a car or having something else. You know, while you're out there doing whatever you're doing, you might be out in the club stunting, pouring champagne all over your jewelry. Maybe, you know, your girl caught you doing something mischievous and she threw the piece at the wall or on the floor, stepped on it. Maybe your kid threw it in some mud. Who knows what happened? But stuff happens and your piece needs some servicing, whether it's some stones falling out, whether it's a dent, whether it's whatever the case is. But you can come to us since we have a manufacturing facility and we can repair that jewelry for you, whether it's the same day or the next day. If it's a really bad event, maybe it'll take us up to 3-4 days. But most things, most customers, when they come here, because they're not part of the family, it's easy for us to replace stones, fix, you know, certain damages that might incur over time, regardless of what it is, and we're gonna get it situated for you and whatnot. Thank you guys for watching. This is Brakar by Silva here. Check us out on all the socials. We got everything situated. All the links are below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.